A couple of weeks ago, we tried a bracket of wines to determine whether or not we could actually taste price. And it turns out that at least two of us could, myself and Noah, showing that with a little bit of time, a little bit of effort spent in the industry, that you can actually indeed taste price. But how good can we actually nail it? We got 6 wines here, and our job is to actually put them in order from cheapest to most expensive with some very surprising results.
Price order, let's go. All right, so we're putting these 6 wines in order of price. I'm the price king. This is gonna be easy. Number one. I'm gonna set myself a challenge. I'm gonna put these in order purely based on the nose. This is the 4th most expensive wine.
Whoa, that is some ripe fruit, my days. That smells like a genuine cherry ripe. It's an impressive wine. The tannin is so dense. It's not like overpowering, it's just like rubbing perfect suede across your teeth, or like velvet.
I'm happy with my assertion that it's the 4th most expensive based on the flavor as well.
That feels like proper good Gamay, or even like the Taro or something like that. Like that is such a ripe black fruited thing. It's almost like silty in tannins, which I've only ever really seen from like aged Sangiovese and Cabernet. Look, I would happily pay $65 a bottle for this, and I would buy 12 in a heartbeat because it's just straight up yum. I'm getting 12 of that, and I'm gonna go, let's go $60.
3 bottles, I'll pay, so it's the 4th most expensive. Wait, yeah, fourth most expensive. The most expensive. Shit, I think that it's gonna be 180, it's gonna be 110. This is gonna be a $90 bottle of wine.
Wine at number 2, gone from very dark to exceptionally light. This is almost like Tarvel levels of brightness. How cool is that? Pale, very pale. Even can be watery in some parts, really pale.
Light red, do I even need my nose on this? Am I just gonna come out and say that this is the 4th most expensive wine? My brain's not working right properly today.
That's got some spirit in there. That's been aromatized. Ooh, right, wow.
Dude, that is unlike any red wine I've ever smelled before. This is just straight Christmas cake. In Australia, you go to the supermarket around Christmas time, it's this like sweet bready cake with heaps of raisins and little glacé cherries. Glacé cherries is what this is.
Like sweet, red fruited. It's got that vin de natural like vibe to it, but it's not Grenache. It doesn't remind me of Grenache. I reckon it might be Macvin. It's got so much sweetness that I'd almost call it a Macvin. Very yummy, very sticky, very sweet.
This will be $70, and I will have like it's fruit juice. This doesn't have any alcohol in it. Yeah, I kind of want a dozen of it.
This is cool. I'll take a bottle. Like, it's just not something I generally drink. I'm gonna say it's probably like $120. So I'm gonna put that at the higher end. Look, I would probably drop around about $40 a bottle, and I would buy 3 bottles. I don't really need that much. Wow, it smells literally like black tea, like over-extracted black tea.
Wine number 3. I fear that my system of smelling and rating the prices is not going to work, but we'll find out together. Cheers.
Lighter, paler red wine. And smelling good. Smells like bacon and blueberries. Had a love child.
What a rude awakening. This smells like a margarita pizza.
Yeah, really not much going on here. Really quiet. Well, that wine, drops of God. It's very cruel to put this wine number 3 in the lineup right after wine number 2, I'll be honest, because wine number 2 is so sickly sweet, and when you come back to this is like so much tannin, it's so high acid.
I reckon this is gonna be the 2nd most expensive. I reckon that is $110 a bottle. Let's taste it, shall we? I've made a horrible mistake, that's the cheapest. I'm abandoning the system. I do think it's Sange. I think it's Sangiovese.
Very, very impressive Nebbiolo based something or other. Yeah, it's got some like Alpine Neb thing going on.
And I'll have 6. Like, this is the ultimate pizza wine. Actually, no, I want a dozen.
But I'll grab 6 because it aged well. I'm gonna go $70. I would pay around about $100 a bottle for it, and of course I'll buy 12 because Neb head.
Wine number 4. All right, so we've got the 3rd most, the 4th most, and the 6th most. So these are gonna be expensive soon.
Oh, glorious. Damn. All right, straight away, raspberry seed, lifted, nice darker color here.
Welcome to the money. This nose don't lie, and I can tell this is gonna be expensive.
I reckon this might be a Shiraz, and it's a bargain Shiraz. Top tier Grenache is where my head is at.
I reckon it's a Syrah, and I reckon I'll have one bottle of that, please, sir. Because I'm busy drinking my cheap pizza Sangiovese.
I'll grab 3, happy with that, but I'm gonna pay $30. Like, feels approachable, feels affordable, but it's got this lovely intensity to it. $85 a bottle, and I would totally buy 12. What an amazing wine. Like, restrained use of oak, restrained use of oxidative handling. Very, very impressed. Wine number 5. This could also be top tier Grenache. It's like a slight sweetiness, but it's not Brett.
Quite thin, some little like narrowy sort of character.
A little reductive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be cheap. Wow, cracker wine. I pay $70 a bottle for it, and I would buy 12, and I think it's a top tier Syrah.
Feels like it's gonna be $38. I'll have 3 of that one.
Oh my God, really rich and ripe tannin everywhere, palate coating. I'm going 12, I'm gonna go $90 here. That is tannic, that is rich, that is intense.
So, wine number 6, let's see, what does this smell like? That smells good. I mean,
Look at that. That is ink.
I think Bordeaux blend or Cabernet. Whoa, okay, this is serious. Impressive.
Far out. I've dug myself into a hole here. I'm gonna call this the most expensive.
Look at the color. This has got to be old. If that's not Bordeaux, I think it's like a great Australian matured Cabernet.
Bland. There is just not much going on there palate-wise.
I reckon there's some Cabernet that has seen a fair whack of maturation. I reckon this is like a museum release of something.
$108. Give me one bottle of it.
And I think that's like $180 a bottle. I'm gonna go like $75. No doubt, some of the best wines that we have tried on the show, and a couple sort of discombobulating ones.
I'm not gonna lie, I started this video by saying this is gonna be easy. I think I lied to you and I apologize for that, but
let's see what the boys think. All right, 6 wines. How'd we go? We needed to put them in price order. Did we like them? Did we not like them? What do we reckon?
Let's check notes. I
liked
a few of these wines.
I also set myself the challenge of putting them in financial order purely based off the smell, which led to some interesting results.
Often I actually would do a similar thing where I actually rate a wine purely based on smell, and it's actually a bad habit. Probably one of the most impressive brackets that I've encountered in a while. And I have a sneaking suspicion that these are pricey.
There's definitely some dad wines in here.
Total dad wines here, and I'm down with that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, wine number 1. There is such a specific smell here. Your mum's just bought you a Chupa Chup, but you've forgotten about it, left it in a car, and it's the wrapper's now kind of like fused to the Chupa Chup, and you need to try to like rip the wrapper off. It's the first smell that you get of that hard-baked lolly.
2 questions. 1, what flavor of Chupa Chup?
Yeah,
it's like the red see-through one, or potentially the strawberry cream one.
Second question, actually not a question, more of a comment. I never forgot about my
There's no shot, dude.
But I got you. It's like, it is vibrant.
It is so vibrant.
I got more cherry ripe than I did Chupa Chup, but yeah, it is confectionery.
I don't know where to place this, like as a variety. Like I was like, I've seen it from really ripe Cabernet, very rarely. I've seen it from really like perfectly ripe Sangiovese. Want to say it's Grenache. I'm just a little bit confused. It's delicious though. It's freaking
so
amazing.
Juicy. I called Gamay.
I was just thinking on that taste there, Gamay is probably where I'm leaning on that. I just wrote down 3rd most expensive and moved on to the next thing. Like first wine, smell, 3rd most expensive.
Straight away at number 1.
All right, well, I reckon that's $85 and I wanted 12.
I wanted 12 and I was happy to pay 60.
I wanted 3 and I wanted to pay 90.
It is 35 and it is Gamay. Well done.
Well done, Gamay.
Yeah, it is Morgon. Cote de Puy. Cote de Puy. Puy.
I need a pen. I need to write down these numbers.
That's such a fun wine. That is such a fun wine.
We tried that wine in the Gamay lineup or in like something,
so.
or maybe the New World Order bracket or something. But
what font do you want to use on your wine label? I don't know. How about all of them? 6 different fonts on the front.
But there's no papyrus and there's no Comic Sans.
And what a shame it is.
What a shame it is.
Wine number 2.
4th most expensive.
What do you think this is?
Port, isn't it? What the fuck?
You thought this was something different?
Macvin.
You thought it was Macvin. It could be Macvin. I've never seen Macvin look this red. I thought it went with ruby port, but Either way, what a
it's-
weird thing to throw
It's
into
too
it.
pale and too like bright and colourful for ruby port.
It smells like glacé cherries.
Wow, it smells amazing. It's like really strong black tea aroma.
Oh yeah,
Like over extracted black
and
tea.
like raisins
Yeah.
and like spices and Christmas
good.
cake kind
Christmas
of things.
cake, yeah.
This is the only wine that I didn't buy 12 of, basically.
Yeah, I didn't buy 12 of this. I know it's high quality, but I just
don't
won't drink it
need-
all that much.
Yeah.
That's where you and I differ, mate. I've got 12 of these bad boys stashed at home right now.
All right, so $40 and 3.
One bottle and 120.
Ooh. 12 for 70.
Wow, okay, we're going high.
What do we got?
Mate, well, freaking done. He's on
he's
here,
on
mate.
here.
Macvin, Rouge, Pinot Noir. Very cool. 150 as well.
Yeah, I was a bit under. I was at 120. But yeah, like this is Macvin is like it's an expensive wine to make, so it makes total sense. Especially if we're gonna make it with Pinot. Like, jeez,
Yeah.
like we're
Explains-
making expensive more expensive.
Definitely
Explains
explains the
the
light
colour.
colour.
Yeah.
Because of the way that Macvin is made, of course, is they don't go through any kind of fermentation.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure that they tell us it goes through like 1 or 2%, so you get around the
17.
taxation rules in Australia. Very cool wine.
Oh,
One number 3.
I mean, I bought 12. I can't read my note there. It's just a
That's
bit.
Barb?
It says Barb. I don't think it's. I never guess Barbera.
Barbaresco.
Barbaresco.
The
other Barb.
There you go.
I thought this is the cheapest one of the lineup.
Right.
And you
okay.
don't agree, I don't think.
No, this was
Yeah, this
second to
is
the
second
top.
most expensive.
Second
yeah.
most expensive.
I thought this was like cheap and cheerful, perfect little bistro, Sangiovese, have it with a pizza, and it'd be killer. If it's gonna be $100, I don't know, man. Like, it smells like Sange to me. It smells like that sort of tomatoey thing.
Yeah, I think the tannins need to soften a bit, just a little bit too
Young.
structured and young, but it's this freshness to it.
I wanted a dozen.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it.
That's awesome. I hope it's
$20.
Nebbiolo. We might be converting you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was $100 for 12.
6 for 70.
$44.
44, okay.
What's going on here? Langhe Rosso.
David Ridge!
This is a Ridgey import into Australia. Fantastic.
man.
Gioso.
Under $50 for that is excellent Langhe net for under $50.
As much as I've enjoyed Neb.
Oh yeah,
This
fuck,
takes
yeah.
kind of Moretti to town a little bit. I'll be honest. It's that's a great little like stocking filler for Christmas too. I reckon.
Yeah.
One number four. One number four.
One number
Number
4.
four.
This is the cheapest wine for me.
Second most expensive. Whoops.
This is third most expensive. So I call this top tier Grenache.
Whoa. I thought it was Syrah.
I call this cheap Shiraz. Yeah.
Oh really?
I call this value Shiraz. I thought it was like $30 value Shiraz.
We are not aligned on
Yeah,
this.
we're all over the place here. aren't we?
Literally all over
Yeah,
the shop.
well, yeah.
100%. I wanted 12 for $85.
I was 3 for 30.
Was that 1 for 110?
Yeah, okay, wow.
I thought it smelled expensive, man. You remember the way I played this game?
Yeah, exactly. It totally does smell expensive.
It's $20.
Fuck!
It's from the south. It's from the south of France.
Damn it!
And is it? I'm not sure. It's just Rouge.
Hey, Doc. It's cheap.
It's cheap. It's cheap. So the odds are Noah, you're smashing this. You are smashing the shit out of
I'm
this
in
tape.
Wurset mode. I'm
yeah,
I'm
he's
dialed
Doing
in.
seriously
I
awesome.
got my chalk coat on. I'm doing business.
I'm gonna call it as Syrah and Noah wins. Like $20, $20.
It's pretty good value.
All right,
Yeah.
wine number 5. This was
Smoke show.
This was my Syrah.
Yeah, I thought it smelled like the 5th most expensive wine in here today. I also ended up calling it Nero because I thought it was quite...
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
5th most expensive. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I put this as second most expensive. I put this behind the Macvin.
Dude, we are all over the shop. I wanted 3 of them for $38.
12 for 90.
12 for 70.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff, yeah.
72.
Nicely done.
Signs of Sinai.
Ah,
South Africa.
it's Syrah.
It is Syrah.
It zigged when we zagged.
It's like, what's the one place that out Frenches the French, that tastes more French than French could possibly taste?
South Africa.
South Africa. We did a bracket of South African wines recently,
Yeah.
and we weren't so jazzed
We
about
were complaining about the price more than anything.
happy with the price of that.
Happy with the price of that. For $70, that's great. Which leads us with one more wine.
Yes.
This I had as my most expensive.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, big
Okay.
fan.
Yeah,
Big fan.
I was a big fan of this too. I thought this was like this looks like a late release Cabernet or something like that.
Yeah.
Fucking
I had this as expensive Cabernet.
$180 and 12. It's expensive Cabernet. It's probably Bordeaux.
Yeah, I think it's back vintage Aussie somewhere. Could be Could be Margs, could be Margs,
So
could be
good.
Vic somewhere. But it's definitely like seen some age. It's seen like at least a decade in bottle.
This is like right up my alley. 180 and 12.
I had 180 and 1.
It's 75 and 6.
All right. 95 Marlborough
Marlborough.
Merlot Cabernet Franc
It's
Cab
Bordeaux blend.
Bordeaux blend.
Right.
2016, by the way. 2016. Eight-year-old wine.
Yeah, I was close with the decade, but this is the thing about New Zealand, man. It's just like, it's kind of slept on. And we all just kind of shit on it with like Sauvignon Blanc. But like this is just fucking fantastic.
So
The order.
correct order
So cheapest wine
was number 4.
I called that.
The second cheapest was number 1.
Yep.
Then number 3.
Yep.
Number 5.
Nope.
Number 6.
Almost right. If I swapped the Syrah and this around, I would have been on.
Mate, you have nailed this.
You have nailed
You
it.
have nailed this.
So I was
That's impressive.
so
It
far
can
off.
be done. Absolutely. I was so off, it's not funny.
Yeah, what was I most wrong about?
I was most wrong about number 2.
Number 2, yeah, I called that $70. Oh, calling the Syrah 110 when it was $20, probably.
You nailed it, Noah. First call, what do you think is the wine of the line?
My favorite wine was that Syrah from
South Africa?
South Africa.
I'm big fan of that. Number 5.
What did you have for that?
I had 3 bottles of it. I'm happy to go with that, to be honest. Yeah, and it's one of the few times the Nebbiolo can win like one
See?
lineup. So
Yeah, exactly.
take it while you can get it.
Other thing to note here as well is obviously we're just judging it against the peers, 5 peers. If this were any other day and these were in any other lineup, they would probably be one a lineup.
Yeah, 100%.
These are very, very, very impressive wines.
They are very cool.
And of course you buy them all on different drop as well. But until...
WFTP in the discount code.
In the discount code. And until then, we're going to be here and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.